it. That was just very silly. That was just the PlayStation tells you that it can't record PSVR in 1080p, but then usually it says it's going to switch to a lower resolution and does it for you. This time it decided not to. So once again, nice one, Sony. You've done really well, as always, Sony. I'm just going to refresh my stream again. I want to make sure that it's definitely working. I am not going to waste my evening recording something that doesn't happen. That would be very silly. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get back in the car. And I do also need to quickly play around with my sound levels as well. These Bose headphones are fantastic. The problem is I can't actually hear myself, which isn't very good. Most people will say not being able to hear me is a good thing. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I don't seem to be able to watch this right now. Oh, right. I can see. All right, I can see the Nurburgring on track. We are good to go. We've got these technical gremlins under control. All the gremlins are dead. I've never watched that film, Gremlins, actually. I don't know what happens in it, but I assume it's something to do with this. I'm just now taking care of the other thing that really pisses me off about the PSVR headset, and that is sweat. They've really not realised that people do sweat with this thing on. The problem is that all the sweat off your forehead sort of goes in the eye bit of the headset, and then it gets in the way of your lenses, and then you can't see what you're doing. So, right, okay, what I've done, oh, I've just realised why I can't hear myself. It's really obvious. You'll kick yourself. It's because I've got noise cancelling on my headphones. Right, can I turn that off? I don't know, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to drive around with one headphone on. Right, here we go. So, it's an AMG GT3 car. So the Mercedes, it used to be known as the SLS. Now they just call it the Mercedes AMG. Nothing like a bit of ego there in the naming. And we come right now onto the start-finish straight, the 24-hour circuit. The 24-hour circuit starts with the GP track. We're going to be braking at the end of that path there. We've got a tight first corner, want to hook onto that apex. I'm not going to be going flat out here. The 24-hour track cuts the first sector off, and you can tell that I've not got traction control on. This is probably the tightest corner of the track there. I'm just going to go down a gear, keep it nice on the inside. It seems to have turned to daytime for some reason. I don't recall changing it to daytime. So now we go down to whatever this hairpin's called, and you brake where that piece of rumble strip starts. And I'm not going to be driving flat out, as I say, it's quite hard to drive and talk. So, little lift there, didn't really need it. I could have taken that flat out if I wanted to. Braking for this corner where that little green patch starts, and you want to just hook it in. Lost a bit of apex speed there. You want to then just keep going, get on the power as soon as you can. And now we run round to the start of the old Nordschleife track. So up here, instead of rejoining the main start-finisher straight, you take a small chicane. It's the opposite way around to the normal chicane. And instead of going left into the pits there, we just go round, and now we're onto the Nordschleife. And I've stuffed it into the barrier. Oh, bugger. Bugger me. Well, I was supposed to be taking it easy so that it didn't crash, but the accelerator got the better of me there. Just to prove that if I went to the Nordschleife in real life, it wouldn't be long before I stuffed it into the barrier. Specifically, one turn. It'll not be the only time that I crash on this lap, I dare say. So you've got these sweeping left-right corners in the first sector of the old Nordschleife. I don't know the name of any of these corners. but this one up here is particularly frightening in real life. Up over a blind crest, and then you're nearly flat. You may even be flat if you get the line right. I had to lift off there because I felt like I was actually going to lift off. And we've got another flat corner coming up. There's a very high speed left-hander and it's straight into a braking zone. I'm just going to lift off and just let it get over to the apex and then brake at the end of that rumble strip to this nice sweeping right-hander, and then we go massively downhill in a second. I think this is called the foxhole, something like that. That's what it translates as. And you're pointing at the sky up over that crest, and then you want to keep it to the inside here because you've got to open up this very tight corner here, followed by a tight right-hander. Got a medium speed left coming up, very easy to run wide on this one. I'm just taking it very easy. I could be taking it faster than that. The road dips massively in this corner, helps you keep into the apex on that one, and then you've got some really dodgy undulations in the next few corners. So you've got this one which just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going, and then we've got probably the second tightest corner on this track. Now we run down to a little bridge down here. There's a little braking zone there on the left. I nearly lost the back end there, just about caught it. And I'd love to tell you more information about the track, but I know where it goes. I don't know the name of any of the corners. Now we move on to one of the fastest parts of the Nurburgring. So here we are basically flat now most of the way to the carousel, but not quite all of the way. There are a few lifts here and there, and there is a corner before carousel as well. We're in top gear now. The gears of this car seem to be geared too long. The setup of the car doesn't seem to be quite dialed in because it's running out of revs in 6th gear. So I've just taken a quick lift there. And we've got the next corner is the famous carousel, the one corner that people do know on this track. So usually my reference point for braking there is there's a little shadow that runs across the track, but this being sunset, the shadows have moved, so that kind of ruins my braking reference point. Now we come to, I think, the most fun part of the track as a driver, because we get constant left, right corners here. It's really satisfying if you hook these up. You want to be left, right. I mean, I can drive a lot faster than this. Maybe not in VR. You know, I prefer it with a screen. I'm not quite used to the VR yet. But no, it doesn't feel bad. It feels very conservative. But the feeling of speed that you get in VR is completely different to the feeling of speed that you get on the screen. Very strangely, it's the other way around, that you don't feel like you're going fast in VR. You definitely feel like you're going slower. I think it's just because you've got more visibility. You can actually see all of your braking points. You can see a lot of details that you would just be missing if you was doing this on a screen. I find it really easy compared to doing it on a screen. I can see exactly where I want to be putting bits of the car. So more about the track. We've got another fast sweeping corner coming up. I just want to slightly lift off because I don't know how much grip I'm going to get with this car. And then we've got the mini carousel. No, I've beansed that up. I was going to say, you want to use that little bit of concrete there to guide you around. We're coming into the last few corners now. Whoa! Held on to that, just about. It's not the fastest way around there. We've got a very long straight. I'm going to have to find something to talk about, or I can maybe just look around the car. Because, yeah, okay, we're doing 157 miles an hour right now. In 6th gear now. This is where it runs out of revs. It's really not accelerating well in this car. The reference time, I believe, is 8 minutes 57 or something like that in real life. Dare say I'm going to beat that, but I dare say Gran Turismo isn't particularly realistic. To say that I beat that with a spin is a bit silly. There we go, onto the start straight. So I'll try and give it a little bit more beans this lap, shall I? And see what we can do. So again, braking at that path. And just a bit more hesitant this time on the throttle. I can see my Ghost behind me. I have gone faster this time round. Gaining on my Ghost. Trying to hook up the late apex for that one. There's multiple lines around that corner. I prefer a late apex. Still had to lift there, and I took a lot more curb than you probably would in real life. Yeah, I don't think I'm particularly nailing it this lap. I have gone faster by 1.3 seconds, but yeah, it's not great. So that's where I span last time. Oh, a lot of wheel squealing there. Not wheel spin, but the wheels weren't happy with what I was asking them to do. Whoa, and I'm off. That's how easy it is to crash. So what I did there, I hooked up on the curb just a little too strong. My Ghost is about to go past. There it is. Turn that off. There's no prize now for taking this next corner flat out because because I'm going slower. Of course I can take it flat. Well, actually, I say of course. I did have to lift. Let's see if I can catch the Ghost. I am, of course, a Ghost at this stage because I've just crashed and I would be dead in real life. Hello, Chris from the past. I'm going to race you. Damn, he's fast. Look at him. Look at him go. I know this bit, I actually did alright. I knew I've caught myself up. Flash my lights at myself. Gonna have to turn that off now because it's going to distract me down here. Well, it did distract me because I just turned it back on and immediately lost control of the car because I couldn't see the bloody corner. That's why I hate racing with the Ghost. It just gets in your way. The thing that annoys me about Gran Turismo is that most professional simulator sort of games now allow you to change the transparency of the Ghost, and I like my Ghost very transparent. I like to see where it is, but only just. I don't want it to block my view of my reference points when I'm braking. So, you know, it's just another note to Kazuki, whatever his name is. It's not Kazuki, is it? It's... I can't remember the name of the guy. But the guy who created Gran Turismo... Is it Ken? Either way, he needs to make it so that you can change the Ghost transparency. It's annoying. And also, fix the bloody penalty system. Jeez. That's just on behalf of everyone from Gran Turismo. But let's keep going. I mean, I'm not going to beat my lap time, but let's just try and show you what it's like to really push at the Nurburgring now. Let's try and take some of these corners just a bit quicker. Now, starting to make mistakes, pushing too hard. So I am going to have to not call it quits for the video though. I'm just going to have to adjust the headset because again, the problem with the sweat, the problem is that it makes your forehead sweat, and then it runs into your eyes, and then it gets on the lenses, and then you can't see anything. Everything just goes blurry. So I have been driving in fog for the last lap or so. Again, they've just not thought this through. At first, I thought it was just the lack of sort of like focal length, you know, the sort of like focus of the lenses. But as I've come to use it more and more, I realise it's basically just it starts off fine and then it gets crap. I'm also gonna have to adjust my seat. You know, I was looking for a cushion earlier and I couldn't bloody find one. It's just typical. Let's change the settings anyway. So let's change the car. I'll tell you what we could do. Nah, I was going to say we could do a Le Mans car at this track, but let's not. Let's go Le Mans car at Le Mans. It's not because I'm a chicken or anything. I love driving the Le Mans car at this track. It's just, I think for you guys it might be a bit boring. Just seeing me go around the same track time and time again. So let's go with Le Mans. Let's change track. There it is, Circuit de la Sarthe. We'll do it with the chicanes because that's the one that they race on. I'm not going to do it at sunset this time because it doesn't really seem to make a difference in Gran Turismo land. They've got a very strange idea of sunset because the sun does not set at 10 o'clock at Le Mans. Or you know, it's definitely dusk at that time. It's definitely getting dark. But, I'd say sunset's like an hour earlier than that. I think they've got that a bit wrong. Right, here we are. I just need to recenter my screen as well, because and I need to sort out the focus on the right eye. The right eye is completely blurry. If anyone's got any tips, by the way, on how to stop the PSVR doing this, I mean, maybe maybe I should wear my glasses with it. Then, oh, that's an idea. I might try that later. Separate video or something. Yeah, that sounds like a decent idea. Experience Centre. I would like to experience a centre. Yes, please. Let me check this car settings are all kosher. I want medium tyres, please. No traction control. Yes, like a boss. And the brake bias is where I want it, and I want the balance of performance to be on because that makes the car a little bit more realistic. So this is the Toyota TS50 Le Mans car. It's essentially the car that won Le Mans at the weekend. It's an earlier version of the same car, and I think I need to turn my volume up. So let me just do that. There we go. So I'm not really driving very well because I'm like pissing around with the volume controls. Right, I will try to guide you around the lap. I do know some of the corner names for this, although I don't know this one. So we're going up into Tête Rouge, which means redhead in French. Taking too much curve there, I probably wouldn't be allowed to do that in real life. And now we start down the Mulsanne Straight. There's a sports stadium to the right there and a shopping centre. Never been there, but I've looked on Google Maps. And there's a nice coffee place to the right as well, according to Google Maps. 6th gear now, heading into the braking zone for the first chicane. I guessed where to brake there, but it wasn't a bad guess at the looks of it. And you want to avoid driving on the stuff on the right there, because that's really dusty. If you drive on this bit in the real world, you'll get a puncture. It'll probably also spin your car out as well and kick up a load of dust. Right, so I'm gonna try and put both headphones on. Right, yeah, I've got both my headphones on and I can still hear myself. That's good. I can hear the car a little bit better. So we're coming down into Mulsanne corner. Or is it Arnage? I can't remember. I'm not very good at this. Je ne parle pas français. What I do know is there's a nice Toyota sign there, and I'm in a Toyota, and I know that this corner here is Indianapolis, which isn't quite flat. And then we've got, I think this is Maison Blanche, it means White House, and it's named because there is a White House at the exit of the corner. And now we're seeing signs that say Porsche, and that is because we are coming up to the Porsche curves, which are the highest speed curves on the track. These are a real test of downforce. You've got a blind turning point to them, lots of rear brake bias, and then flat through the second one. Whoa, 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 whoa. I lost the car there, managed to keep it on the track. I'll have to take that again and try and take it cleaner. And we come around to start the lap again. We've got the pit lane's closed actually, that's interesting. Yeah, we've got the final two chicanes. Whoop. So I'll try and talk through the lap. You flat out around this corner and you want to keep to the inside on the exit. And then on the first of those Total signs you want to be braking. I needed to brake earlier than that, so I've ended up having to cut the corner. You want to be braking where you see the first Total sign, and then sort of hook it in here, flat out, and then you want to be just like a gear down and a lift through Tête Rouge. And now onto the legendary Mulsanne Straight. This straight used to have no chicanes back in the day. Cars were reaching 250 miles an hour down here, so they put the chicanes in for safety. And And it's worth noting, these are public roads, or at least this part of the track is public roads. I would love to come down here in a car and drive down here. Maybe not at 199 miles an hour. What I'd really like more than anything is to do this in real life, in this car, and just be able to say whether it's anything like VR. Probably not with the forces. Yeah, I can't really see much, especially in my near field again, because I'm getting a bit of blurring on the lens. I can just about read the word Toyota, just yeah, just about. Let's see whether I can take the Porsche curves without cocking it up. Nope, not quite. You've got to be so precise spotting your turning point for them. The apex is blind, and the apex on this one is blind as well, which is why I've run wide. When you sat this low in the car, you really can't see. The lap time is going to be nowhere near what they're setting in real life, a 3:25. The real lap record is 10 seconds a lap faster than that. Although this time I've not beansed up the first corner. There's my Ghost. Decided to try and take that just a bit faster, and my Ghost is in the mirrors there. Just turning the volume up a little bit. Just wondering what's in my passenger seat. It appears to be a big orange battery. Never mind track limits. And I'm right in my own mirrors. I can see myself there. I'm going to try braking just a tiny bit later this time. Just got a snap of oversteer, delayed me getting on the throttle. I think I was asking too much of the car there. The car just could not handle that. I'll try taking Indianapolis as flat as I can. That seemed to work. Right, we've only got this corner not to cock up. wasn't perfect, but it was better. Again, track limits. And there we go. Lap of Le Mans. As driven by an idiot. Oof. Oof. And I'm covered in sweat. I think a glass good idea. Yes. So I think for the next one I'm going to try something a bit different. I'm going to try something a bit quicker. If I go on here and I'm going to pick my Red Bull X2014 race car. Where can I find that? Will that be under Gran Turismo, won't it? There we go. X2014, that's the one. What a beast of a car this is. This will be fun to drive. And for the track, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat. I'm going to go for Spa-Francorchamps in the daytime. Sorry about that, I was just doing a quick sound check again just to make sure that none of this has been in vain. Just as well. I think I've just found a bug in Gran Turismo actually, look at that. The lap times on the right there don't actually correspond to this track. Yeah, that's a bug. Right, so I've just loosened the headset off. I'm just going to see if I can tuck my hair above the headset. Maybe that'll help. Maybe this only works if you're bald. I have to get my dad on it. He's almost bald. Right, headphones are going back on. Well, if I can find them. I'm a bit blind right now. There we go, found them. There they are. Lovely jubbly. And we will get going in a second. Let me just figure out how to balance them on my head. Let's check the car settings out. We can't increase the power or decrease the weight. I think let's put it on mediums. If we put it on super soft, I think it's just not challenging. You know, you can basically just go as fast as you want. And there's no fun in that, is there? There's got to be some skill involved. Seamless shift transmission. So, welcome to Adrian Newey's race car of the future. Oh, this is a fun machine to drive. This is what Adrian Newey thinks race cars will be like in, I don't know, 5 years' time or whatever it is. This is Adrian Newey's idea of what race cars would look like with no rules. And of course I'm going to try and take Eau Rouge flat. And of course I can in a car like this. We are going 325 miles per hour. Or is that kph? I don't know. Whoa! Whoa there, Billy. Kept it out of the barrier. Hey, marshals. Pay attention. I just had a crash in front of you. You did nothing. You didn't even flinch. Oh, I'll have them fired. Just readjusting my wires. I've kind of tied myself up a little bit here. and not in the good way. I can't shift up. I don't know why. I feel... Oh, I remember. This is like the Max Verstappen simulator. It's like, you know, your gear shifts don't work. Oh, they're working now. Very weird. Just imagine if I'd have put this car on super softs, how much grip it'd have. Got quite a lot of power. Oh, well, I'm very consistent, except this time I didn't keep it out of the barrier. Yeah, it's got too much grip, in the words of Israeli Formula One driver Chanok Nisani. Too much grip. It's like I turn in thinking that I'm turning in at the right point, and it's like, no, you're turning in too early. I'm sure I'll get used to it. I'm pretty much used to it in this final sector. Right, let's try and get a clean lap. And by that I mean a lap where I don't mess my pants. The world isn't flat, but Eau Rouge is. I think we'll find that's Radion actually. Yay, it didn't spin. Oh no, I span. Held it together though. This is the only part of the track that I actually seem to be alright at in this car. for one more, see if I can avoid spinning. Not as fast as last time. Can't slipstream my Ghost, unfortunately. Yay, I didn't spin! No idea how to take that corner in this car. And I can be excused for not knowing the name of that corner either, because it doesn't have one. It's just no name corner. Oh wait, no, that's the corner before it. That corner's called Puon. How could you forget that? Puon. What a stupid name. The Belgians are such a funny species of people, aren't they? You can have a cup of tea while doing this bit. Whoops. But not that bit. And yeah, that's not bad. Although, that is actually slower than Formula 1 cars are taking that lap. Which is interesting. Just imagine that, how quickly I felt like I was taking that, and that is actually slower than the pole position time for Formula 1 by about 6 seconds. So that begs the question. I think it's wonderful. That sort of time for Formula 1. Obviously it's Gran Turismo, so who knows what time is actually possible. So let's go change car from garage. I'm going to have to clean my headset again. It's got really sweaty this time. It makes it sound like I've got like a sweat problem, but I'm sweating from my eyes. How is that fair? Where is the F1 car? Come on. Yeah, I'm best just doing a filter for it, aren't I? It's Mercedes. Mercedes? There we go. It's a 2017 F1 car. One of the ones with the silly T-wings on it. Yes, just going to... Oh god, I've wrapped myself in the VR headset. I am now completely trapped, and I will now be doomed to live here on my sofa. Oh god, getting all of that sweat out of my eyes. I am going to have to try this with glasses. I think the problem is that they've not put guards around the lenses. That's all we need to do. I could maybe fabricate some myself. Just put a lip around the lenses, and then you won't get sweat on them. Easy peasy. But oh, there's a karting welcome. Oh, things you learn in VR. Look at that. That's made my day. I've been to Spa and I didn't see the kart track. Although, looking at it, all of the little routes around the track are all accurate. I've been round that part of the track in real life that we're seeing up in the top corner there. There is indeed a path that then sort of you can follow that dirt path around, and it goes into the forest, and you can walk through the forest. Yeah, there's a really good burger van just down there somewhere. And actually, if you don't feel like paying for tickets, you can just stand in the car park there, which is just in the background there, and watch from there, because it's actually more elevated than the grandstands. Yeah, I've been in that building there in real life. I've not been in that one though, they wouldn't let me in that one. And actually, what you don't realise, just a fun fact about Spa, is that this is actually a pedestal. What you're looking at here is a big mezzanine, a big balcony. The whole pit lane is built on stilts, and there's an underground car park underneath it and a load of buildings underneath. It's like got a massive basement. So yeah, you just don't realise that watching in real life. Well, actually, you can sort of see it from there in the distance. You can see, look underneath the pit lane. There's stuff like on a lower level below the pits. So yeah, random fact for you. The other random fact is Eau Rouge is bloody steep. You don't want to walk up it, trust me. Really knackers you out. Right. So let's just check the settings before we set off. I want super soft, so I'm going for the lap time here. Let's give it a go. Hang on. I think there's something wrong with the controller. Maybe not. Maybe it's just me. That's easy flat. Okay, I'm pretty sure Lewis Hamilton doesn't do that. Or that. Or that. Gears are going to be too short, but oh well. Oh, they're about right. They're not far off. Well, I've not beaten the pole position time by some margin. Got to go quite a lot faster to beat that. That's what a Formula 1 driver would see in his mirrors. If you've ever wondered, you know, the drivers say how useless the mirrors are. Well, there you go. This is looking like a better lap. crack a 150. Not like that. This car literally does not know the meaning of understeer. You can almost steer and brake at the same time with no consequences. It's ridiculous. .151.0. God, I'm right on my own tail. Oh well, game over. I've been struggling at that corner anyway. 151.0, yeah, not nearly as fast as the current F1 cars are going. But it's Gran Turismo, so it's not really a fair comparison. And also I'm not Lewis Hamilton, that's probably the other major point there, the major difference. So yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm just going to get the headset off so that I can breathe freely again. Thanks for watching this. If you like this, like and subscribe to my channel. I do the FAA GT Sport, what's it called, Manufacturer Series and Nations Cup. I do every race of those. I also do occasional fun videos now and then, and I am going to put some highlights of various races online when I get time as well. So yeah, like, subscribe. The more you like the video, the happier you will feel. That may be a complete lie, but there's only one way to find out. It costs you nothing to like the video, but you never know, it might make you feel just that little more warm inside. So thanks for joining me, and if you've got any shouts out to for what I should do next, let me know in the comments. Thanks, and I will see you all next time.